So, Vanity Fair just tried the most desperate PR spin that I've seen in a long time. And trust me, I've seen some Olympic level spinning from a number of palaces, but this one, they were doing pirouettes. So, Katie Nicole, she dropped a whole love letter disguised as journalism as the other brother was actually boarding the plane home from Brazil. And of course, it came after a tour that barely made a ripple in the UK. In fact, from what I understand and from what I've been reading, he was widely panned for a disaster of a tour. But things like private jet hypocrisy, she didn't check in for that. Amazonian forests being felled to construct a road. Of course, she didn't say anything about that. But suddenly, this woman has written that, forget about the tour. The other brother and his wife were the ones who actually masterminded the uncle situation. So the uncle being pushed out of the royal family was actually down to the other brother and his wife. And the article bent over backwards to paint the other brother as some ruthless, decisive future king. But unfortunately, the receipts do not match, because Buckingham Palace literally said last week that the other brother was informed after the king made the decision. He was not informed before, so he was not included. He was just updated. And the funniest part is that Katie Nicole said something like, oh, the king may get the credit for dealing with Andrew, but the other brother and his wife were crucial behind the scenes. Like how? Like, seriously, where's the work? Where's the evidence? It's unbelievable. And if you're looking at the timing, in 2022, the other brother and his wife actually moved literally next door to the uncle. And this was right after the uncle paid a visit to that convicted pedophile. And it was right after the uncle paid a settlement to the late Virginia Giuffre, God rest her soul. So if the uncle was so dangerous and toxic and radioactive, why were they perfectly fine moving next door to him? And the answer is because the PR spin is literally not about the uncle. It's about distracting from that disaster of a trip that he took to Brazil. And also it gives his wife some sort of credit for work she doesn't do, just so people can say, yeah, at least she's doing something behind the scenes. So the cherry on top of this article is when Katie Nichols gushingly said, the other brother will not let anyone damage the monarchy, even the Sussexes. They left. Sweetie, they left. They are no longer involved with the monarchy. They're doing their own thing. So it's a bit of a reach to say that you won't let anyone damage the monarchy when all you have to do is look at a mirror, because we don't see you. You should have been here attending things like VJ Day, attending things like the royal whatever, where your wife had to take your son instead of you because, again, maybe jet lagged from that ill-advised trip to Brazil. But I don't even understand why you're saying you won't let people damage the monarchy when it's damaging itself. And it's actually down to you lot. So yeah, anyway, I just believe that if the other brother wants to protect the crown, he should start with a man in the mirror and leave Harry and Meghan out of the crisis already, because it's nothing to do with them. But anyway, what do you think? Comments, please. I am keen to know your thoughts. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The-Luxpreneur. And for more insights like these, please like, share, comment, and follow me.